We are gathered here to fill you with fear and give you a treat for your ears as we invade your mind with our scary rhymes and some tales that can be gory. As you bear witness and sit here and listen to our poetic horror stories. I am your host and narrator, Gloomy Pond. I hope you are here to have some fun. I have here with me 3 stories told poetically for you to enjoy and consume. So please feel free to turn up your volume. We are here every Friday to play with spooks and shades to parade their display. So boys and girls, get ready for a journey into our world. Grab some popcorn and some snacks. Get comfortable and relax. And do not forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. It is free. It won't cost you anything. And please hit the bell. With that said, now on with tonight's tales. I am a scientist and I have learned how to manipulate time. I have been working on this project. I have a device that I designed. It's not really about time travel that I was interested in while I created my device. No, that is not my thing. I just wanted to see how time flowed and if I could control it. If I could somehow intervene. My device looks like a TV remote control with forward, reverse, play, pause, and stop buttons. The remote looks like a regular household item. I did this on purpose. I didn't want the device to fall into the wrong hands. I know there's people out there that would misuse it in their insidious and nefarious plans. But right now, this isn't a worry to me. I have more pressing issues right now that I didn't take into account. I didn't foresee. My reverse button is stuck on my remote control device. The world is moving backwards all around me, to be more precise. I really thought I had worked out all the bugs, but this just seems not to be the case. But the crazy thing is, I'm fine and I can move forward. It's like I'm in a bubble, in my own time and in my own space. I see by my watch that time has been in reverse for a couple of days, and I have tried to fix this in so many ways. I tried to take the remote apart and take out the batteries. I tried the best method of hitting it with my hand. Nothing is working for me. My biggest problem is I'm heading back to the day when I created my device. The day that started this whole thing. I really should have thought twice. I'm not sure if the remote will no longer exist because past that date, it won't be created. So now you see my dilemma? And why I need to stop this sooner than later? If this happens, I will be stuck here in this reverse universe to the beginning of time. But this is what I get for playing God. I should have never pressed rewind. There is something out there stalking me. It's watching, wanting, buying its time to strike at the right opportunity. But this creature is of my own making. I know it well. It's nothing more than a reflection of myself. I try my best to avoid it and pretend it doesn't exist. I try to ignore it, but it is relentless and refuses to quit. It's like a shark in the water that smells blood. It's ready to attack, no matter the cost, no matter what. The funny thing is, I knew this day would come. Because it was only a matter of time before I faced this problem. There's nowhere for me to run. So I worked up the courage and I take a stand. For the battle to commence, my shield and sword in my hands. There can only be just one of us in this world. Only one of us will return. Blow by blow, we fight to the end, trying to outdo each other to see who will win. The enemy is smart and try to hit me where it hurts, but I prove I'm strong and I yell out, "Go ahead and do your worst!" We fought like this for a while. Neither one of us would give up. We were like animals in the wild. I was tired, and the enemy started to get the best of me, breaking me down, knocking me around, not giving me any time to breathe. It took me down to my knees. My body is broken, bruised, and weary. I was so tired. I want to give in. I just couldn't take any more. I closed my eyes and wait for the killing blow. But suddenly, I received a surge of energy, and I heard, "You can't quit. Don't let it get the better of me. You need to see this through. It's not stronger than you." So I pick myself up, and I stare the enemy in the eyes to let them know I'm back in this fight. And with all my might, I cut down my enemy with just one swipe. The battle was done and finally over, knowing I now have complete closure. I finally conquered my demons. The hole, it had weakened me. I now know nothing and no one has power over me, because I was my worst enemy. Lights, cameras, and action. Now let me put on a show and add some music. Yes. And watch me move to and fro. This is what I love. To perform. This is what I was made for. The reason I was born. I can feel the electricity and excitement in the air as I put on my makeup and do my hair. My pulse is racing in anticipation. I feel my adrenaline hyping me up with pure stimulation. But this is the best part. It's what you came to see, because there can't be a show without me. I dramatically step out on the stage as the crowd of fans applaud in an uproar, into a rage. I appreciate your love and gratitude, and I show it back with my humbleness and attitude. As I look with admiration out over the sea of people, I am the best at what I do. I know there is no equal. I calm the crowd down with a gentle wave of my hand. The crowd went silent on my command. I see the anticipation in their eyes. As I pull the knife out from its sheath, I hear cries and looks of surprise. I raise the knife up high in the air, way up over my head. Then I bring it down, hitting my mark as I plunge it deep into my heart. Everyone rejoices and screams of glee and praise as my blood rains down over the crowd in a spray. They are happy with having some part of me, some parts they can take home when they leave. This is why they gather here every night, so they can see me die. It fills them with delight. If you couldn't tell, this is my private hell. When I was alive, I lived a very privileged life. I was a real showstopper. People would come near and far to spend their hard-earned dollars. I would do anything and everything at my shows. It was like an addiction to a drug. I kept wanting more. One day, I came up with a crazy idea that would be so amazing and surreal. I was going to show how I could cheat death by plunging a knife into my chest. The knife would be fake, of course, but mistakes were made, Well, at least that's what I thought. You know, a lot of people hate to see you at the top, and they would do anything to take your spot. I rehearsed this trick millions of times, and each time everything was fine. But unfortunately this time, the knife was real. And with that, my fate was sealed. After that, heaven won't let me in, because I created a major sin. Now I do what I love for all eternity. This really isn't necessarily a punishment for me. Even though I have to die every night as a part of my show, there's worse things I could do. I can deal with it, as long as you let me entertain you. They say that lightning doesn't strike twice in the same place, but I found this is not to be the case. That belief is just a mistake. Not only lightning can and does strike an area twice, it would be best when you hear thunder that you run and hide to save your life. Lightning is a formidable beast that wants to seek you out. It needs to feast. Let me tell you exactly what I mean. You see, lightning is not just a byproduct of a storm. No, that is what they want you to believe, but this is all wrong. Lightning is a parasite that needs a host to latch on. Lightning is an entity, a life form. It's been on Earth since Earth appeared. It's been here for billions of years. Stalking, waiting to latch itself to a body, just so it can deplete it. It needs you as a source to feed it. You are probably thinking, how can this be? Lightning is just a strike of light, just electricity. How can it be sentient? How can it have life? Well, there are many things in our world we can't explain that live and exist. Just because you don't understand doesn't mean it should be dismissed. Not everything in this world will look like you or me. This is a part of this reality. Lightning needs energy, just the same way our bodies do. We eat animals and plants to recharge our bodies. But lightning needs you. Lightning uses us like batteries, and it's been doing this for centuries. Now you know why lightning sometimes strikes twice. So when the next storm rolls around, run for your life. This is a true ghost story that happened to me. It may be something that is hard to believe. One night, as I started falling asleep, I started hearing voices in my pillow. The voices started off as whispers, kinda low, while I was laying in my bed. I kept hearing someone talking, so I lifted up my head. But I heard nothing. The voices just stopped. So I laid my head down on my pillow, and the voices came back. I was shocked. It was like they were whispering in my ear. But I couldn't understand them. What they were saying wasn't clear. There were a lot of different conversations happening all at the same time. I really couldn't believe it. It was blowing my mind. Then the voices started getting louder, like they were about to invade my room. I thought I was about to have a ghostly encounter. I picked my head up again and looked around my room. I thought I was going crazy. It had to be a full moon. But again, I heard nothing. Everything was still. Then I realized the voices were in my pillow. This was surreal. So I tossed my pillow on the floor. And when I laid my head back down on my bed, I didn't hear the voices anymore. I slept with my hands tucked under my head for the rest of the night. My head would never touch that pillow again. Not for 1 minute, not even a slight. But I never heard the voices in my room after that day, and I hope I never hear them again. At least that's what I pray. I have other ghostly encounters in my teenage childhood home, but I will save those stories for next time, if you want to hear more. Are you tired of your old boring reality and you would like to get away? Do you want to see new and exciting places? Somewhere you can just relax and soak up the sun rays? Well, I have the vacation package for you. This is your key to your fantasy of a world you never knew. Just imagine a beautiful white sandy beach next to a warm crystal blue sea, with the tropical gentle winds blowing through your hair as the palm trees sway in the breeze. The sun beaming bright high in the cloudless blue sky as you sit in your reclined beach chair with your feet up, just watching the ships sail by. And you think to yourself, this is the life. I couldn't ask for more. But that's not true. There is so much more waiting for you in store. Because this doesn't have to be a dream. I can make this your reality. And the best part is, you don't even have to leave the comfort of your home. Nope, you won't have to take one step outside of your door. If you're interested, stay tuned and I'll tell you more. With our new vacation chip, you can go anywhere you desire. We even have vacation packages to the moon or Mars without any travel restrictions that may be required. Yes, this is your opportunity to get in on a new whole way to travel. Without having to make tedious reservation for hotels, the mess of packing and trying to catch your flight on time. What a hassle. With this small chip implanted inside of your head, you can fast travel anywhere. All you would have to do is find a cozy spot in your home. Close your eyes, and just like that, you're there. Yes, there will be a little surgery involved. It's just a small invasive outpatient procedure. It's just to install, but nothing you have to worry about at all. You should be up walking and talking just fine that same day. Oh, you want to know if this procedure is safe? Well, there are some risks with any elective surgery. And we are still waiting on approval from the FDA. That's why we are offering the procedure for a limited time for free. We're still in the testing phase right now, so there's no guarantee. And we have to mention these small, little, tiny provisions. Since your senses will trick your mind and body as if you are really there, you will also have to have a catheter, colostomy bag, and an IV drip. Per the FDA, we have to make you aware. I mean, it's a small price to pay for the inconvenience of a stay-at-home vacay. And we will bill your insurance once we're approved. Think about all the money you will save. And as a bonus, we will give you a $5,000 gift card to spend while you are in total suspended animation. Just our way of thanking you, to show you a token of our appreciation. If this sounds good to you, then here is what you must do. Download the liability waiver, sign it, and email it back to us, and you will be on your way to your perfect vacation. The vacation of your dreams without any fuss.
We are not responsible if you can't wake up out of your vacation and come back to reality. If you end up trapped in a coma or you experience sleep paralysis or in your wake state, you have vivid hallucinations or any other anomalies.
Tonight, monsters are coming in the form of storms. They are titans. They want to wreck, smash, and do great harm. Hurricanes, tornadoes, thunderstorms, and lightning. All these weather events all at the same time. I know this sounds frightening. Please, find somewhere you can hide. Somewhere you can stay a while. You will need to try and ride this out if you can. Make sure you have plenty of supplies to survive. Enough things you need on hand. Once the Titan storms, the monsters are here. They will tear everything in sight to wipe out everything, to make sure everything disappears. They are going to flood the land to drown all the animals and including man. They will blow all buildings and houses down and pick up cars, trucks, and throw them around. They will swell up the rivers and creeks, making our roads and highways obsolete. They want to destroy as much as they can, demolishing all property, demolishing our lands. The Titan storm will be here for a few days. Leave us without the warmth of the sun rays. This will be utterly catastrophic. The destruction the Titan storm will bring will seem demonic. No life will be spared if you are in the path of their way. Death is all they will leave behind, to all our dismay. But eventually, it will all come to an end. Their anger and tyranny will subside. But unfortunately, we all know they will be back again.
Hello? Hello? Mayday! Mayday! Is there anybody out there? I'm trapped and need help. Please, can anybody hear? I live in a small town by the name of Livingston Bay, and we have been invaded by a plague. Most of the people in our town have been bitten, and they have changed. It started with a bat that bit my neighbor's dog. After that, his dog got sick and died. But before he died, his dog bit other animals around town. His dog was in many brawls. But this disease spreads from animals to people, transforming them, making people aggressive and thirsty for blood. I know this is a lot of information to unpack. You may be stunned. People's eyes became bloodshot red, and their teeth are sharp like fangs. They couldn't stand the sunlight and its rays. But once darkness falls, if you were bitten, you couldn't resist going out. People were waking up hungry. They were bloodthirsty, searching for prey, roaming and moving about. So much bloodshed and screaming. So many attacks. I can't believe this started with a goddamn bat. But yes, what I'm describing sounds like vampires. I don't want to admit that this is true. I feel like I'm in a scary horror movie. I'm at a loss and I don't know what to do. If you can hear me, please send in the army and the Marines. You can also send in the police and priests. I may be the only one who hasn't been turned. I have barricaded myself in a radio tower. But I don't think I have long. I can hear them clawing and trying to break in, trying to break down my door. I hope someone can hear me and receive this message. I pray I can last till dawn. But if you make it here, you can't find me and I'm gone, assume that I'm one of them and I can't be saved. Please leave and move on. Make sure you leave town before night falls. Before us, the Nightcrawlers, come out to devour you all.
Everything in life has a will to survive. Most things will fight to stay alive. The smallest of insects will defend themselves when they are threatened. They will bite or sting you, and if this has happened to you before, then you know this isn't pleasant. This is the same principle of life for human beings. They are no different from any other living organism on this planet. It's the core of life that gives us meaning. I didn't come here just to spout about philosophy. I've come to give you a warning about a biblical prophecy. Right now, in these troubling times, where everyone is only concerned with themselves, they are blinded and don't choose to see the signs. There's a big change in the global consciousness of this world, and the path we're on right now. I'm telling you, somewhere we made a wrong turn. The powers that be are not pleased with the state we're in, and they think it's time for this realm to come to an end. Have you ever heard of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse? Well, they are coming back soon. And I'm telling you, we're not ready for this. They are warriors of God sent here to punish us all. They will usher in the beginning of the end, Revelations. And they will bring famine, disease, and catastrophic death that will spread throughout the nations. This world we know will no longer exist. It won't be anymore. For everyone who survived the first wave, what comes next will pale in comparison. You'll wish you died, but you won't be saved, because God is no longer listening to your prayers. He just doesn't care. Now Mother Earth will take her revenge, and the weather around the world will be horrifically severe. We will all experience every disaster known to mankind. We will all be wiped off the face of this planet. There will be no human being left around. Nothing to find. This is scary news, I know. But we can change this outcome from happening. This I know for sure. If we take the time to recognize what you do affects the next person's life. We all live under the universal law of cause and effect. We are all connected. It's true. It's a fact that you have to accept. One small change, whether good or bad, can ripple across the whole planet. It really doesn't take much. We need to stop taking our world for granted. Remember when I said the 4 horsemen are coming back? Yes, they have been here before, billions of years ago, when the asteroid made its impact, when the dinosaurs were erased off the face of the earth. Their bones left behind as a part of history, now in museums on display, the only way they are preserved. I know we don't want that fate as a part of our legacy. Our bones on display somewhere for a new life form to see. Earth's new inhabitants. A new type of life. A new species.
I'm going to tell Potty Mouth, you're going to I heard you cursing using bad words, and I'm gonna tell Mother, and you'll get what you deserve. You're going to be in such big trouble. She's gonna clean your mouth out with soap until it bubbles. When I tell her, she is going to be so mad. And guess what she is going to do? She's going to beat your black and blue. She's going to make you take a bath and go to bed without any food. And tell you to stop crying. She doesn't want to hear that. Because she taught you better than this. And then she's gonna tell you to say your mother prayers and turn off the goddamn lights. And she better not hear a sound from you for the rest of the mother night. And when she comes back to your room and checks up on you, your better be asleep or all is gonna break loose. Yes, you're stupid in big mother trouble, and I'm going to watch and laugh my off. Why the are you smiling? You should be crying. Oh no. Mother heard everything I just said. Well, ain't that a
I'm not real. I've known this for a long time. When I found out this information, believe me, it blows my mind. Just to know that I'm the figment of someone's imagination. That I'm just like a Sims character, just a construct of someone's creation. Yes, I'm a part of the Matrix, a computer simulation. I know this is tough for you to hear, and this may challenge your beliefs. But you must know this yourself to some degree. Think about it. Déjà vu. It's a signal that you've done this situation before. It's a clue. But what about the Mandela effects? This is the best sign yet. How we remember names and titles with slight variations on things, like food, books, and products, suddenly just change. Are how most people thought Nelson Mandela died sometime in the 1980s. But he died December 5th, 2013. He died at the age of 95. Now all these people can't be crazy. How can a good percentage of people have memories of seeing his funeral in the 80s if it didn't happen? How can so many people be wrong and mistaken? They call this phenomenon after Nelson Mandela because so many people remember this to be the truth. They remember this event happening. So this can't just be a fluke. If this doesn't convince you, what more do you need as proof? These shows that are glitches in the Matrix, and nothing about our reality is basic. I know this is scary, but there's a lot we don't know and understand about our world and reality. So many unanswered questions. We really have no idea how our universe works and what we don't see. It can be really intimidating. So yes, I am not real, and that's my truth. But if I am not real, then neither are you. I'm the monster you see in your nightmares. The one who waits for you and watches you, but you're not aware. I walk behind you and follow you everywhere you go. Keeping pace as you turn left and right, I follow your flow. You are leading me straight to your home, where we can be all alone. My trap is laid as I salivate and set up my blockade to make sure you can't get away. Here you will stay. I get ready to make my move to ensnare you. You have nowhere to run. To catch you off guard and to take you by surprise. This is going to be so much fun. Because I'm the hunter and you are the prey. Only the strongest will survive. This is the way it must be. It is the circle of life. I am now in your house, moving swiftly like a mouse, searching for cheese. It's a thrill to me that you don't know, and I'm not seen. This is a breeze. I'm getting closer to you, and soon I will let my presence be known. Until I accidentally hit a table. I believe my cover is blown. But no, I was wrong. You continue your routine. You just keep going on. But suddenly, I stop in my tracks, and I start to shake. For some odd reason, I'm scared. I don't know why, but I can feel my hair standing on end, like I'm being watched and hunted. I can feel someone's gaze, their stare. I start to look around, but you are no longer there. I have lost sight of you. I don't know where you are. I start to panic a bit, because now this is getting under my skin. Suddenly, the light in the house goes out. It's dark, and I can't see a thing and how to move about. But I can hear your breathing is heavy and deep. It's giving me the creeps. This isn't how this was supposed to be. I'm the one with the knife, gun, and rope. You should be afraid of me. Suddenly, I can feel pain in the back of my leg. I was cut by something. It was sharp, whatever it was, that cut me and made me bleed. I can feel more cuts all over my body, weakening me and taking me down to the floor. I fall on my knees. I can't take it anymore. I start to beg, plead, and promise I will leave. Just let me go! But nothing is said. Silence is all I hear. This is a formidable foe. I scream, please don't take my life. I have children and a wife. I know now I was wrong to break into your home. It's not right. But it just kept on. It kept on as it slices. After a while, I could feel no pain. It cut up all my nerves and veins. My blood draining. I could feel myself turning cold. I was about to faint. Then I hear, "You want me to spare your life?" Then you intruded and interrupted me. Tell me, why should I spare your life when you come here to take mine? I say nothing. She asks, "What is the matter? Cat got your tongue?" I'm just having fun. Because I'm also invited here. This is not my home. I'm a hunter, just like you. And I was in the middle of skinning my prey, just so you know. I know you thought you could easily take me out because we were here alone inside this house. But sadly, no. Now you lay here in a stranger home in the dark, profusely bleeding on the floor. Such a terrible and painful way to go. Bad news for you, but good news for me. Because you see, now I'm free. And the police will believe that you are the Skinner, the serial killer they've been looking for all this time. They will blame you for my crimes. I could hear her footsteps walking away from me, and she opened the door to leave. She turned and said to me, "You should have remembered there's always someone or something out there that is worse than you. Too bad you had to die in a stranger's home to learn the truth." So, you're still here, and you made it to the end. I'm glad that you have no fear, and we did not get under your skin. I hope you enjoyed all our stories, and they will not keep you up tonight. And there is nothing lurking for you in the dark, and that you can close your eyes and sleep tight. Thank you for listening to all our creepy rhymes. We hope to see you again. Until next time.